All right, folks, we have a fair amount of stuff to get through today, I think. So I want us to go ahead and get started. And if people are, yeah, I will keep an eye out for people who are like either emailing or slacking me if they didn't, get the email or see the messages about the updated location Zoom link. But if people miss the beginning, then I mean we're recording this so they can see what they missed. All right, so we're doing a sprint demo for sprint 31.3, which was called Marbles. I think in the interest, it looks like we have 3 different people presenting today. It's going to be Nico, Martine, and Eli. And it looks like there's 5 different things they're going to be demoing. Do you guys want to go in the order in the table here where like Nico starts and finishes, or Nico, are you just going to go through everything? Like your 2 things and then pass to Martine and then pass to Eli. You know what I mean?
I think you're muted, Nico.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, we can't hear you guys.
No, because we are sharing the same mic and it was muted, sorry. Yeah, the idea is to go through in the same order that we are listed over there.
Okay, so we'll come back to you for the second thing.
Yep.
All right, in that case, I'm just gonna hand it off. And thanks everybody, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, let me know if you see my screen correctly. Yeah, the idea is to show this new LTI tool feature that we've been working on. It's a cross feature in the sense that it involves authoring side, admin, an author, and then delivery side, a student and instructor. So our idea is to start showing where to configure a new LTI tool. As an admin, if you go over here, account management, we have this new link over here. So the idea is that when you begin, you go to add a new tool, and you get a form with the required fields. Nothing fancy over there. You submit and add the tool. I will do it right now to honor our time, but I previously added some tools over here. We have a list of all the tools. You can sort the table. Then you can search through all the tools that you have already added. You can search by name or description, for example, birds, or I can search, for example, answer, and it matches the description over there. Then we have the status. We have 3 status that will be allowed. Enable is as soon as you create the tool, but if you go to details over here, you will be able to edit the tool state or any of its fields. Let's edit over here and then the name birds2. So now we change the name, and then, for example, we can change the status of the tool by disabling it. We get a modal that we confirm. So if we go back over here, we will see that now we have this, that the name was updated and the status was updated. Another thing that we can do over here is, for example, let me guess this one and delete the tool. There's a warning that when you delete the tool, it will be deleted forever. But I must say that it's in the database, it's a soft delete. We mark it as deleted. There is no UI interface where the admin will be able to retrieve that back. So yeah, we delete the tool over here, and if we go back, you will see that it is not listed. But if you want to click over there, you can click over here to show the ones that were deleted, and we see this one. Yeah, I believe that's all regarding the admin interface. I will hand it to Martin, and that he will speak about the usage count over here.
Okay. Thank you, Nico. Now I'll share my screen. Sorry, I have to.
and reopen.
You can show it. It's not the same.
Okay, if you want, I can share the
Yeah,
screen.
sorry, my Mac is having troubles sharing my screen, so I'll present it from Nico's.
Okay.
Well, if you enter to you can see now the user account is still either been disabled. If you enter to anyone, you can see which sections are using that tool. In this case, we got two, and if you enter to the base project or product, you can then go to the.
You want me to click in any one of those?
Yeah, in anyone. That should take you to the author overview page, and then if you want to enter a new activity tool, LTI activity tool, you have to disable or enable then if you want from that page.
Sorry, here.
So from the other, if you click there, and from the overview page, you scroll down.
Yeah, sorry.
And then you have all the tools that are, in this case, we have two disable and one enable. You can enable them and for them to insert later.
I will chime in here. A way to distinguish our traditional tools, let's say like custom drag and drop that we used to have, and these new LTI tools, you can see that the LTI tools have a deployment ID, so you can distinguish one from another by seeing that. I can enable over here, yeah, and now it's enabled. And finally,
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
So this is already a kind of long list of the advanced activities that you have to kind of scroll through and look. Is there anything, and I just don't remember this from when we were going over it. Is there anything that we expect here to make this like a searchable list or something that helps the user kind of sort through all these activities?
I can chime in.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that was what was originally planned, but we scaled back due to
Yeah.
so like
Okay,
in the
so we have like a
future,
ticket for it. We just aren't implementing that as part of the first iteration. Is that right?
yes, yeah, there is a ticket that exists and like we can expand on that, but
Okay, great. Thank you.
so yeah, continuing on this over here. So now as an author, we have enabled or disabled some of the tools. And then if we go to curriculum, for example, and create a new page over here and edit that page, you will see that now we have those tools over here. For example, they have this icon, this black icon over here. I can make a zoom, yeah, to see it better, and you can add any of those. And then here, I believe we hand it to Eli because he's going to show how to interact with that and how the tools are displayed in the delivery side.
Yeah, thanks, Nico. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna have to show my full desktop here just because I've got a couple windows that I'm gonna have to juggle. So so as Nico mentioned, I'm on a page here. I'll move that out of the way. And I have a tool configured. I have a tool running that's publicly accessible, and I have it configured in Torus here on this admin page that Nico had mentioned with the details required to integrate with this tool. And so if I were to enable it in my project, I can use the tool, the insert menu to add it, and you would see it added, and I can launch from it there. This is kind of a special kind of launch outside of the typical launches that we see in LTI because there is no context ID here. This is a course authoring project, but we're choosing to let tools handle this how they want. So you could imagine a tool would see that there's no context ID, but it's a content developer role. So it could show some sort of authoring interface. Once I publish this, and if I create a new course section, I can go to a new course section here as an instructor. If I click overview and open as instructor in this preview mode, you'll see that I see a similar authoring interface. I of course can't change it here, but I can launch into the tool And you can see that it's showing my instructor details, including the proper role for the instructor. Similarly, if I happen to log into the course as a student, this is a student window, and I go to this page and I launch this tool, you'll see that it shows my student details here, including the proper roles. There's one more thing that I want to mention here is that this launch a new tool window. This is an option to configure how the tool launches. I can uncheck this, and at this point, the tool will actually launch just in an iframe on the page. And you can also configure the height here if you want. I'll just leave it at the default though. And I'm going to go ahead and publish this. And I believe I had that checked to push changes automatically, so it should just push the changes out. So if I launch as an instructor, well, you can see it's a similar situation to the authoring interface. I click it, it loads in the page. In the student context, this actually shows up as when I open this page, it just loads. So this is how the tool would present itself on the window. And that's all that I had.
Okay. So I don't know. I have echo. Let me share back my screen. So now I'm going to show you the instructor perspective that we skipped because you know that some tools need some configuration by the instructor, some tweaks. It depends on the tool. So where does the instructor sees all the tools that are used in the course, right? So we added this new link in the manage page. You can go to LTI external tools, and then you get a list of all the tools that are used in the course throughout the course. You can expand each of those, and for example, this multiply tool is used in these 3 pages, and you can expand, collapse, or expand all and collapse all. We are going to have also in a future iteration a search bar over here that will allow the user to search by tool name or page. Yeah. But the idea of this page is to quickly go and set up all the tools that are expanded throughout the course. For example, if I go, this tool is in these pages. Let me point out that tools are sorted in alphabetical order, and within the tool, they are sorted in with the number index of in the way they appear in the curriculum. So if you go to this page, for example, you will see that over here, the interface that Eli just showed. In my case, I have not configured the tool to launch because I have my development environment not set up correctly. But you expect to see the way that Eli just showed. So here, if the tool needs some configuration, you will be able to do so. As you can see here, we also have this warning when the tool has been removed. And then let me go and show the last thing. If I go to from the admin side, I go back to manage my external tools. You can see that here it's like a spoiler here, but let's go to multiply and decide to delete the tool, accept the warning. So if I go back here as an instructor, I will see here that this tool has been deleted from the system. Yeah, I believe that that's all we have to demo right now. Our future steps will be to end up adding some warnings in the student interface, and like I previously said, adding some search and probably fixing some small bugs that have been raised by QA, but we are in a good path. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. I have some questions. I don't want to take away time from other people, but one, like in the instructor dashboard, if there you show what it looks like where they can go through any of the tools that are in that course section. What if there aren't any? Does that link still show up? Like, what is the instructor going to see?
Yeah, no, actually, my proposal is to do not show the link at all if there's no LTI tools. Actually, it will be shown, and if you enter there, it will say there are no tools. But yeah, I agree with you that an improvement would be to hide that link at all.
I'm okay with either. Either the link just not being there, or if they click the link and it says there aren't any. I mean, as long as that's really clear. And the other question I have is, so you were showing some examples of like sample tools. Do you have, is it possible to, do you have anything queued up where you can actually show like a useful tool so we can kind of see how that interaction looks?
On my side, I do not have. What Eli showed is like I believe that in his development environment, in another service, he provides the tool, but it's like a dummy tool. I don't know if in Tokamak we have already deployed real tools. Perhaps someone from QA can chime in.
Yeah, I don't have any available right now. Theoretically, we could take any LTI tool at this point and wire it up and test it out, but I don't think we have anything that we can demo today.
Okay, that's fair. We can see that another time. Okay, those were my questions. Does anyone else have questions? All right. That was a really that's really exciting to see how that feature has come together. So thank you everyone for your work on this. And if there are no other questions or comments, then I guess our demo is done. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah.